I struggle with saying, you know, we all love our kids, we all think that they're great, but I do think that at the age of 8, a child should sort of find their own path of, you know,
yes.
something will come up that they're good at and you suddenly spot it and you nurture it. But if you force it as the parent, for me, that's the wrong way around.
But, you know, I believe, actually, that children find their own level with all of that, even if they are forced to do it. Forced to play the piano, I don't want to do that anymore.
But you talk about your singing career, Gloria.
Yeah, something like that. No wonder it ended. But the point is that, I mean, I hate this word celebrity, actually.
Yeah.
But if you take the Williams sisters, everything I've read about them, their father said when they were like this size, before they showed any sign of tennis talent, that he was going to make them tennis stars. So I guess it happens more often than you'd think.
But I think in sport, I mean, I think if a child is showing potential in sport, I think that all the people that you know who've exceeded at sport did start quite young and were pushed very hard. I mean,
but
a lot of them, they say, to the detriment of their childhood.
They hadn't even got to the stage of being good at tennis.
Yeah, but they say if you do 10,000 hours of anything,
yeah.
There's a great book called The Outliers, and it's all about that. 10,000 hours of anything, you will become sort of almost like the head of your field in it. That's true. But it's the concept of we want our child to be a celebrity. Yeah. I don't understand what that means.
You did the stage school thing, didn't you? Were you kind of saying, you know, I want to be famous, Mum, I want to go and sing and dance?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be a star, and in those days a star meant that you had something special about what you did and that you'd worked really hard and you trained and you were learning your craft. And I was a Conti's girl, I absolutely loved it. I wasn't by no means the best at it when I first went there, and I worked really hard, and there were other kids there from all different backgrounds. And at the end of the day, we all worked really hard, and whether we decided to do it or not do it, we had so much fun along the way. And Conti's were great at that because they did kind of nurture the fun side of it as well.
But I mean, we know, you know, your mum didn't have money. Had she have had money, and she'd have said, oh, this is fantastic, let's get extra lessons for Martine outside of this school, and let's, you know, have modelling photo shots taken of her.
Yeah.
That could have propelled you further on. So it's a kind of saying with these parents, well, if they've got the money and they think he's got potential at something, is that wrong for them
No,
to
I don't think it's wrong, but I think that like Jane was saying, it's about what you're focusing on. Are you focusing on your kids' talents? Are you focusing on something they enjoy? Is it fun? Do they have a chance of really being good at it? Or is it your needs, your desires? Because at that age, 8 years old, it's a pressure.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah, but then I think that a lot of children want to do it. I mean, you said you weren't made to do it against your will. My dad pushed me out to sing when I was 7. Believe it or not, I actually could sing then. Couldn't sing with this throat, but nevertheless. But I loved it, and it was, I hate to admit it, but it was pre-television. So it was big business. It was homespun entertainment in the local school, in the community hall, etc. But I adored it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't made to do it.
I think if you're really good at something and you practice hard and you work and this and that and the other, and then you get sort of fame as a product of that, you're comfortable with your fame because you've worked hard for it. It's that sort of overnight thing which I would struggle with a child, because I think, you know, your mental well-being, fame is all about rejection and people saying, oh, they're a bit too... They look too much like this, or they sound too much like this.
That's why the reality TV stars struggle, don't they?
Exactly,
But don't you think in the end, children say, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be with my mates.
Yeah. So. For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.